Most takeaway orders have been set up hours before you've actually ordered it on the app. People genuinely plan on making healthy foods. These are people that have fat loss goals. And the thing is, they're not lazy. In all other areas of their life, they're doing things, they're kicking goals, they're managing family stress, work stress, life stress, and they're doing quite well with it. But then they can fall on this final hurdle. At the end of the day, we're at our most tired, of course. We're often fatigued, there's often a certain amount of mental energy that's just done, and we can't be bothered cooking. So for that reason, we might turn to takeaway reliance or just going for sheer convenience. And the key part is doing that at a way that doesn't sacrifice your health and fitness goals. Thing is, this is different to someone saying that they were craving a Zinger box or wanted to order pizza. It's a different kind of effect. You might ask these people, would you enjoy some home cooked meal or wouldn't you enjoy some takeaway more? And they often wouldn't even have a preference or even would prefer the pre-cooked meal. So if taste isn't the main thing, what is it? Here's what it is. The mistake then being is that they are fatigued. It's the end of the day. They've got no backup plan and they've made eating well inconvenient. Take this client of mine, I won't name her, but she might be watching this video. She would order Uber Eats or DoorDash, whatever it is, takeaway 3 to 4 times a week. What we need to do, as simple as it sounds, we just needed one clear thing for her to say, you're gonna have this. We need to take away the decisions for her. The next thing we did, we made sure it was a meal she could assemble in 5 minutes, so it didn't involve any cooking time, the ingredients were there, and we also made sure there's no cleanup. She wouldn't be cleaning dishes for 5-10 minutes. This might not sound like much of a hurdle, but often it can be enough of a hurdle to stop people from having a good, clean, home-cooked meal that coincides with their results and instead go for takeaway reliance. So what to do instead? I'm a coach. So often there is a benefit to just outsourcing the decisions, particularly if you are someone who's just having so many thoughts throughout the day, you don't want to think, you just want to make sure you're getting something that's good and not having to think of what dinner you're going to have, because it can be a real problem. Second is convenience plan. Make sure there is an easy thing that you can assemble as a backup at pretty much all times. Something we haven't got to go to the supermarket or cook for 5, 10, 20 minutes and do the whole cleanup process. Third is having emergency meals ready. Some people have pre-batched meal prep and they might chuck something in the freezer. Other people might just have one of those pre-assembled meals where you can see your calories. Just having a few of those in the freezer just prevents the urge to get a takeaway meal because you can just plug it in the microwave for 5 to 10 minutes. Done, sorted, win. Other than that, get any unknown barriers out the way. I know for some people they don't like to cook in the kitchen at the same time as their partner or family, whatever it is. It might be just a simple solve of make it early in the day so you're not dealing with that friction or that argument at night time. Next, and this can be quite important, is plan at a time where you're not fatigued. So it could be sometime early in the week or the weekend when you haven't got the running stresses of the day right there, and you might plan at these things. Or again, use a coach or whatever it is to pre-plan throughout the week so you're not having to deal with that thought process. The thing is, when you're trying to make these decisions in a really fatigued state, the odds of you making good decisions decrease and the odds towards you biasing comfort and convenience skyrocket. Look, it's often not laziness. In fact, it's the easiest thing to fall into. It's very easy to underestimate the chaos of life. The having to work a bit later, dealing with a sick kid, whatever it might be. People often plan for the perfect weeks, but forget that these things can pop up. So instead of falling off when life falls off, we can instead just pre-plan these things, have ready-made meals ready to go, have convenient, easy things that you can get going, and suddenly you're laughing. This becomes easy. Convenience always wins. So make fat loss a convenient process for you. Don't make it a friction to eat well.